Hi, everybody. My name is Alex. This is our first, just I guess, like a chat with Oris. I'm at my store. As you can see, our store is still closed, but we're still operating behind closed doors. Today, we're going to talk about and how the watch industry is coping with the situation right now. Today, I have here Marc. Uh, Sales manager for the Canadian market, and I have here VJ, the CEO of Oris in North America. So great to have you guys here. I'm happy that we still get to share more information. Like, I think a lot of people think that we're just just stuck at home not doing anything, but I think the fact is, like, it's what we're doing in the retail level, and we're still communicating with the watch and newest updates, but we want to let the consumers know what type of changes that you guys are going through.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I was home doing nothing. It's it's been busier than ever actually being in. Obviously, things have changed, conditions have changed. We've been working from our home offices as well. Just starting to see a little bit of movement where we're back into our, back into our office a very little bit, but we've been out since the 13th of March was the last day we were in the office actually. So, definitely a change, but yeah, and obviously everyone in the world is sort of experiencing this. And I think from an environment of being out there, I think there's some things that still hold true. It's like you still want to be in touch with people. You still want to talk to your clients and people that come to the store and people that are interested in watches and your product. It's just the matter of how we're doing it now has just changed. We're doing video chats and Zoom calls and things, but it's still, the concept I think is still very much the same in terms of just being connected with people and kind of being able to show what's going on and what we're doing type of thing. So yeah.
So during these downtimes, what have Oris been doing to just keep up to date with the watches?
Yeah, sure. We've been doing a lot of enthusiast group meetings. So whether that's Red Bar or the Chrono groups or some other people that we've kind of been working with, we've been doing a lot of that engagement to basically just have a conversation. And honestly, from my own personal perspective and Marc's own personal perspective, I guess, we're able to be in places efficiently and quickly that we weren't, that would require a plane flight or, something out to Vancouver or what have you. Whereas I'm sitting here in Connecticut and can talk to you like that. And I can, later I can be in some other city and talking to those people. And it's, it's nice to do that, but that's the kind of things we've been doing. We've been doing that. We've also been having we launched a product. We had our first virtual launch of a release last week. So that was new for us, just totally virtual. We had a webinar. We had actually a pre-webinar for some people that were sort of friends of the brand, so to say, like consumers and enthusiasts. And yeah, it worked out really well. So that's how we've been doing it.
So I know Marc normally travels a lot just to go to the different retailers, right? But how are you communicating the new messages with different retailers? I know I'm personally connected to Marc. We do a lot of just WhatsApp calls and stuff like that, so I'm updated. But in terms of like just reaching out to your clients, like how is it different from before?
I'll take that one. Normally, it's a lot more efficient being face-to-face because you feel like a little bit more gets done. So now it's just a challenge of getting everything done over the phone, through chats like this, and just trying to spread the message that internally we want to put forward. So like you said, it's really weird not traveling anymore. Been pretty used to living out of a suitcase. Now I'm living out of an apartment. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, no matter the challenges that we have, we're going to stay in contact with our consumers and stay in contact with our retailers. I think it's a challenge, but it's not a big one.
So there's, I know there's a lot of upcoming watches that are coming up. for Oris, and I think it's just kind of got delayed a little bit. But how are you guys coping with that, and how are you guys going to show the consumers the new products?
Yeah, I mean, I think the environment keeps changing. So, our product launch schedule has probably changed 4 times in the past 8 weeks in terms of what we're doing. So, we're excited with product that we have to bring it out to consumers. Like we, obviously took the time to create it and really, really excited about it. It's going to be a great year for the brand in terms of product releases and that sort of thing. But it's really just a matter of what makes sense. Now's the time, where we're really trying to just focus on what's important, try to stay, obviously a watch release to the watch community is also a good distraction at times. So that's been good. But I think what you'll see from us is you'll see, a staggering of releases. You'll probably see some stuff next month, and then some stuff later in the end of the summer, early fall, and then some stuff in the fall, I think is kind of how we'll do it when you see that. So
also, don't mind me adding, we've already released the Big Crown Bronze, the new editions of the Pro Pilots in the 41 and the 44 millimeter, the 41.5 millimeter Aquis, and the 39.5 millimeter Aquis with the tungsten bezel, and most recently that Momotaro watch. So there's already quite a bit of stuff that's already been put on the table, and we're just going to have to wait and see what else is in store for the rest of the year. And as soon as I find out, you'll be the next person, Alex.
So speaking of the Momotaro watch, did you maybe want to talk a little bit about it and just maybe show us, what's the new features on the watch?
Sure. This was a partnership we did with Momotaro in Japan. For those of you not familiar, they're a Japanese jeans company, family-owned business, long-standing independent company. The partnership with them was very much about, we saw them as a company with very much the same values that we have in terms of being that independent company, being family-run, being much about the craft that we're doing, and still using methods that kind of bring out a really strong product. They're very product-focused. So we're excited. So this collaboration was such, Marc will show you in terms of the product itself, but it has, hints and nods, not hints, but definitely it's a Momotaro jean fabric denim strap that you'll see with their patented, with their signature battle stripes, I should say, on them. And then the watch also comes in with a denim pouch.
Maybe Marc can share it.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a share screen to show a little bit about the watch?
Yeah.
Give me one sec. So here we go. This is basically, like BJ mentioned, the Momotaro bronze bico bezel with that indigo denim strap with the yellow stitching. And on the top side of the watch, you see those battle stripes. There is a leather lining on the jean bracelet as well. So definitely a cool addition to the 40 millimeter collection. And for those collectors out there, there is no date on this model. So we're definitely going to get some feedback at that level, the fact that there's no date. And it's just another one of those home run watches that we put out in the Diver 65 collection. The reception's been pretty hot, pretty fast.
So is it a limited edition?
It's
Special edition.
Yeah, special edition, not a limited. It's not a limited. It's limited production or production run of them, but they're not numbered. It's not a numbered limited edition.
So has it been released yet, like out in the market?
Yes.
And now, what's the millimeter size on the case watch?
40.
40. Oh, interesting.
With a 20 millimeter lug width.
So, we can expect to order it anytime if we want to, right?
Correct.
Right. Okay. How do you guys view the Baselworld?
I mean, I think there was some news today actually about Baselworld not actually going. Obviously a bunch of brands pulled out a little while back, not too long ago, and now today they announced that they're not going to actually have the show that was rescheduled for January. So, it's for us as a brand. It's sad. I think it's sad in general that Basel's not going to continue as it is. We're based in Holstein. which is in the Basel region of Switzerland. So it's sort of like our hometown, so to say. So the fact that it's not happening, in that sense is sad. I think the watch world needs, one show too. I think that the idea of having that one place where people come, the tradition of that and such, certainly was something that, was long-standing. But it wasn't without issue. Baselworld had their issues in terms of adapting to changes, adapting to things. So as far as what we're going to do, Oris as a brand, we're still evaluating. There's obviously going to be something in Geneva next April, but we're looking at things like that, things like maybe a more local approach in different markets and different countries. Also, do we even need to have a show? Do we need to do something virtually? So we'll see what that entails. But I think our strategy and our just kind of the way we operate is just going to continue to be closer to the community, continue to bring ourselves and take the next steps towards the community. And even when the show was happening, even when Basel was around, when it was like it is, we as a brand always had an open approach to it. The show was technically open to the public, so we had a booth that was very much an open booth. A lot of other brands, like you needed an appointment to get in, you couldn't get past the door type of thing. We always welcome people into our booth in Basel, and I think we'll continue that philosophical approach towards how we look at things.
So do you think with Basel Road, the customer behavior has changed a little bit? They get information instantaneously right now, so they no longer really need to be physically at Basel Road to see the releases. Maybe having, like you said, live events or little private events at different regions. Would that be something that Oris is going to be looking at?
Yeah, it's definitely something we're considering and looking at. And even in the time with Basel, how much the show itself has changed, and exactly to your point, like it became so instantaneous, especially from a press perspective. Like it used to be, 10 years ago, you'd write an article maybe, but it took 2 months to publish the article, depending on the publication you were in, whatever that was. Now it's like, if you don't see it the first day, somebody else has already put it out, or, that kind of thing. So it's very much, there's a sense of urgency about it, and it's become very much that. But even so, as you said, consumers are watching, consumers are right on those releases. It's something that people want to see. So it's definitely changed the way that just the world exists and the watch world exists in terms of, meeting that demand. One of the things we also have undertaken the past couple of years has been not to release product unless it's in stores. So, or at least it's available at that moment. So instead of taking the philosophy where we release something in Basel and then it becomes available, say in November, we're trying to launch things and make them immediately available. So the things that are created, the excitement that's created can be satisfied. So.
Okay. So just moving forward, what types of designs do we have in up and coming for us? It's always a big secret, but I always have to ask that. Right?
You always have to ask, but yeah, no, I think what you saw. I mean, I think you'll see some really good stuff from us. One thing I can tell you, we did launch back in January. We launched the Carries Fort limited edition, which was in gold. The gold piece of that, it was a 50-piece limited edition that went to benefit. Part of the proceeds went to benefit the Carl Restoration Foundation, an organization we had worked with before. So there's the watch itself.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece in person. So there will actually be a steel version of that watch coming.
Is that gold or is just plated?
It's
gold.
It's gold.
18 karat white gold. 18 karat yellow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much is that piece going from?
In Canadian, 24K.
Mhm.
So
And how limited is it?
it's a 50-piece limited edition.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I think we have orders for it already. I am sure we'll be sold out very quickly of that watch for our allocation of it. So yeah, but it's a great cause. I mean, it's going to a great thing. We gave some of the watches to the Carl Restoration Foundation so they could do some of their charity work and auction work and stuff like that. So it's been they one of them already got auctioned. A couple of the other auctions were delayed because of what's going on with COVID. But yeah, so we're excited. We're excited about that.
So I know you're based in the U.S. Are you guys expect to open up very soon?
Yeah, we're in the state of Connecticut, so right outside New York City, not too far. Our orders at the moment are until the 20th in terms of just general business opening. We're allowed to go in. We've been in the office this week for the first time, just very skeleton crew of people in the office, but we'll probably open. But I think it just really remains to be seen. I think things remain to be seen. In terms of just how things develop, how society, I think things will be very different. I'm sure, as a retailer, you're kind of getting ready for physical contact with people and physical contact with customers. And it's like, how do you do that? What are the precautions you have to take? So we're certainly in that same, thinking in that same mindset.
Okay. So Marc, do you have anything else that you want to add on?
I miss you, Alex.
I think we all miss just working. I'm still always at the office, right? So I mean, if you're feeling lonely, you can always give me a call, right?
Perfect.
But I think this wraps up. Thank you, VJ. Thank you, Marc.
Thank you, Alex, for having us.
Yes,
Thank you for having us on. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Yeah.
We hope that your family and everyone is safe and well and stays well. And
I think everybody just misses Oris a little bit, so that's why you're coming back strong.
Yeah, we're here, and so we're doing a lot of things, trying to stay engaged, and we didn't even talk. The one thing we didn't talk about, I know you want to wrap up, it was the local heroes program. So if you saw some of that, I'm not sure if you saw that, but
Bit of it on I saw it on Instagram a little bit.
yeah, so the Oris Bear, we put them into action, and basically people nominated their local heroes, and it wasn't, it was healthcare workers but it wasn't just healthcare workers. It was like people that work in the local store. It was a baker. It was people like that. So different people from all over the world. So that was very well received, and we're giving watches to a lot of people throughout the world. So yeah, that was good.
That's
I think for North America, we've had 5 or 6 individuals who have come away with the watch. So really happy to see it go across Instagram, and definitely got some great feedback about the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's good. So I'm glad you guys are, keeping active, just doing some charity stuff. You're still, behind the scenes doing a lot of work, just prepping to, for the big reopening, I guess, economy-wise, right? So I think that just wraps up for today. I know there's a lot of Oris fans out there waiting to hear this conversation, and I know I have the Oris hat and I have an extra. So
there you go.
Probably, whoever, wants one of these hats that lives in Canada, right? I can, maybe ship them out some of these hats, right? So just leave a comment below. I'm wearing the Oris. As you see, I'm the Oris fan too, right? So everybody has to know. So
Yeah.
even though you guys are at home, you're still wearing the watch.
Yep.
Every day. Every day.
Wear it to sleep, right?
That's it. We're still eating, and we're still wearing watches.
Yeah, that's good. All right. So you guys take care. I hope to see you guys very soon. Okay.
Same here. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.